Okay. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yay!
The reason why I was asking that question is because I know you say that someday you will get married and you like to date women that were closer in my age. And I was saying that because once you hit 40, I know it's mostly just talked about with women 40 and 45, you guys start having fertility issues also. You start having
Oh
rates.
no, it's
I'm not
bigger
done
issues.
speaking. I'm not done speaking. I was quiet while you spoke. You will be quiet while I spoke. Thank you. Like I was stating, you start having fertility issues, risk of Down syndrome, and other birth defects start to increase. So I would say if that's the case, you should date women more so your age, because that's not fair to a younger woman that wants to have kids and probably doesn't want to have kids with birth defects that should have to go through all that at such a young age.
Oh, you saying with men with like my sperm is old or some shit? Like what are you saying?
Correct.
Your swimmers ain't swimming
Yeah.
straight. They
Because
going
Well,
they're,
that,
I
the
mean, you're
swimmers,
older.
the swimmers are swimming straight, mean that like they're not swimming strong enough and fast enough to get her pregnant.
That's not
Good
what
You
that
know,
means.
I
It
get
comes with
that.
age.
No,
no.
It
I
comes with
So
age.
she's talking about your
good
sperm
evening, everybody. How are you?
not your sperm is not up to par. Like your swimmers can be defective at your age. You can have your chances of having a child with
Robert De
Down
Niro
syndrome
just
or
had a
other
child at
deformities
70 plus, and ain't nothing
can
wrong with that
can
kid.
okay, but not all men are having children at 70.
I know that's amazing. That's what I'm saying. You see what men could do? That's amazing.
But excuse me, his nuts aren't your nuts. I mean, I respectfully,
What
like
the
he
hell?
could
What does
he
that?
he
I
could.
know a lot. Okay,
Okay,
I
hold
named
on,
somebody
hold
that
on.
everybody would know.
He's
Like I named
70
somebody that
years
everybody
old.
would know.
He's
Like, come
70
on.
years old and he was able to create a child. That's a beautiful thing. His child
Yeah.
came out healthy. That's a beautiful thing. But who's to say that when you turn 70 that you're going to have a beautiful healthy child? How do you know that your child isn't going to come out with birth defects? Like you
Yeah, but
can't judge.
I won't be trying to have a kid at 70. Like I was just giving an example
You
of
at
Do
the
you
age
have
of
kids now?
40, you
yes, I
at the
do.
age of 40 in your
But
40s
you already wait. You
can
already
have
have kids.
children
Yes, I
that
have a
have birth
yes, I have
defects
a I,
Second.
because you're
Hold on a
You already
second.
have kids. So what makes you think a woman with no children in her 20s and 40s wants to be a stepmom?
mm,
I'm
Ooh.
gonna I'm gonna keep it honest with you. That's her prerogative. Like just like men don't want to be stepfathers. If they
Ex-
don't have kids, that's their prerogative. Like yo, I can't be mad at that. I'm saying the question I answered was the question on top, like whatever the caption is, right? And I'm saying because it's basically this debate is about, I guess, most men saying things about better than things are better on younger women's end than it is on an older woman's end. So it's like, yo, I'm just saying why most men may be thinking that way, and I gave my point of what men are naturally attracted to. You get what I'm saying? I that wasn't saying like this is all I go for or this is how I no, I was just answering a question on behalf of most men. I
Yeah.
can see that as a man, why?
Did you need me to answer to the prompt?
Age first. And yes, please.
Yeah.
Simple
I'm
yes or no.
so I'm 40 years old. The answer is no.
Okay.
Yeah.
People
So
not date
so I
nobody
can
younger.
yeah I can give you my reasoning here.
Okay.
No, I think it's totally appropriate to date women who are younger. So, my reasoning is two pronged. My first reason is that I believe that most of this comes from a place of jealousy from older women towards younger women, that they feel very, very threatened by younger women getting a lot of male attention, and as they get older, they don't get as much of that attention. And then the second argument that I have is that to date, I have not actually heard a single argument from a woman for why it would actually be immoral for a 40-year-old to marry a 21-year-old if both of them decide to do it.
Okay. So Andrew, can we just rewind it a little bit more?
Sure.
Okay. So you use the word jealous.
Hmm.
And let's dissect that.
Sure.
You said that older women are jealous of younger women because they get more attention.
Nope. Nope. Hang on. Let me clarify so that you understand. I
Yeah.
think that the older women specifically who kind of focus on this as being some kind of problem because they believe there's exploitation going on, I think that that is actually a mass. They don't really care about exploitation. They're upset because younger women are getting way more male attention in the demographic that they would normally be going for.
Now, and this is based on what?
Well, this is an observation I've had after talking with hundreds of women on programs like this, where we discuss these issues, and they can't actually give me a moral argument. They just end up saying, well, they just think it's icky. But then when we kind of dive down, we find out that, well, there's actually a lot of attention that younger women get, and they feel quite threatened by that attention because they're after the 40-year-old men because that's in the age bracket that they're in.
Okay. So I think you're under the impression that, as most, because a lot of people are coming in here and assuming, making an assumption, and when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of yourself. This comment right here came from a man.
Mm-hmm.
This is not nothing that a jealous older woman came up with. Not at all.
That's a man's opinion.
Yeah, well, why would that matter?
Okay, because you stated that we're jealous, so this is why I'm bringing it
No,
back.
I didn't say you were anything.
This is what you're saying.
That's what
This
you
is
said.
This is the narrative you stated.
No, so I'm speaking directly to who, regardless of which sex made the argument, it doesn't really matter.
But it does matter because you have this narrative or understanding that older women are jealous of younger women. But what makes you think that
That's not my
older
argument,
women-
though. That's only part of it.
What
Can you
makes
tell? Can you tell me
think-
the rest of the argument?
What makes you think, okay,
Mhm.
that what is the assumption? Because the younger women are getting attention, that's why we're jealous.
No.
Or
So I'll tell you
like,
again.
because
So that
they want the 40-year-old
Yeah.
men that are a cesspool of shit right now. Like what part are we jealous about?
Yeah, so I'll tell you.
Because attention, I do get attention. So I don't understand why any woman.
Yeah, but you don't get more attention than younger, beautiful women.
Every woman is beautiful, so every woman is gonna get some type of attention. I want to understand, like, where does the jealousy part come in?
Well, I'll explain it. So unless you can give an actual moral argument for why it would be morally incorrect for a 21-year-old woman who wanted to marry a 40-year-old man not to, why you'd say that's immoral, that shouldn't happen, they ought not do it, then the only objection you can have to it is ick. So what causes the ick? Well, the ick is because younger women tend to get more attention from the age demographic that older women are interested in.
You're still not explaining what are we jealous about.
Well, here,
You're
I guess we can take it a piece at a time. So we'll start with the last part first, so you understand. So, can you
Andrew,
give a
Andrew.
single moral objection, an actual moral
Sandra,
objection
before
to why
you
it's
say
wrong?
that and you go into the moral again, explain your reasoning why you came in here and your first statement was women in their 40s are jealous of 20-year-olds.
No, the argument
That's
is
the question.
that's
Don't
not the
go
argument.
into morals because
I won't pull it to morals. I'll
if you
answer
wanna go
directly
into
to it.
Morals,
Yeah, I won't
it's
pull it to
morally
morals.
Wrong.
Okay, so I won't. It's well. Okay, I'd like to hear justification for that. But yeah, okay, fine. So we'll speak to that first.
ahead.
My argument actually was not that 40-year-old women are jealous of younger women.
That's what
my
you came in here
argument
saying.
specifically was that women who object to age gap relationships, they're generally jealous of younger women. That's the argument. You keep leaving that part out for convenience.
No, hold on. Okay, so I'm in my 40s. I have a 24-year-old daughter. I have a 21-year-old daughter.
Hmm.
And in no way, shape, or form will I allow or be okay with my girls dating a man in their 40s because one, and I'm not saying all men, not saying that there's not 40-year-old men that can't take care of a 25-year-old. I'm not saying that. Morally, it's wrong.
Okay,
That man
so
is-
now we can
Hold
dive
on,
into
let
this.
me finish.
Oh, sure,
Let me
sure,
finish.
sure, sure. I
You
didn't mean
want
to cut you off.
a reason? I'm giving you a reason. Now let me finish.
Go ahead.
My daughter is 24. My other daughter's 21. My kid's father is, rest his soul, was in his 40s when he passed. I would not want my daughters dating someone their father's age because you guys don't have nothing in common.
Yeah, but that's not a moral argument.
Morally, it's wrong.
Yeah,
Do you
but
have children?
that's an assertion. You have to actually give me a moral argument.
Do you have children?
Okay,
Do you have
hold
children?
on. Andrew, do you have children?
Yes.
Do you have children?
Yes.
How old are your
You do?
children?
My
How old are
oldest is 23, and my youngest, I think, is 15.
You think
Okay.
it's 15.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Okay.
She might be 14. You know, like I've got a lot of kids.
All right,
Are
all
you
right,
okay?
Andrew. Time
You
out,
just
time
need-
out, Andrew. So you said you're single or you're married?
I'm married.
Okay. If you were not married and you were 40, you're okay with dating a 20-year-old,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
Right? All right.
I can't see a
So,
single moral argument that's ever been made against it. I can't think of a single one.
Okay. So, what is your reasoning as to why you would even entertain a 21-year-old? And again, we're not putting religion, morals, or anything in that. It's a simple fucking question.
Because she
Why
loves me
would
and I
you
love her.
entertain?
Because she loves me and I love her. That's why.
Okay. So, what makes you think? Again, this is a question I've been asking all of you, men. What makes you think that a 21-year-old wants to waste her youth on your old ass?
But assuming that she did, assuming that she was 21 and did, what would be the objection to that?
From what
What's
do
the
you think your
objection if she
daughter-
did?
Okay.
But
Do you
but
think
who
your
said there
daughter
was
would
an
be okay?
objection?
Well, if there's no objection, then it's not immoral.
Then it's not a problem.
Then it's not a problem.
Do you
So
think
once again, nobody has said anything about bashing any women dating old ass men. Nobody has said that.
No,
narrative.
she did. She said that it's immoral. She literally
She said
just said
her
it's immoral.
daughter-
Yeah,
her
no,
She
daughter-
literally just said it's immoral. You need to listen.
I'm
That's
not-
literally what she said.
what I
First of all, the morals are you as a parent. That's where the morals
That's not what morals are. You as a
Look,
parent
you as
can
a
make
parent-
immoral
you as
decisions
a
all the
parent,
time.
If your child was in that age gap of 21 and you come home with a 24-year-old, what does that look for you? And the way your child looks at you.
What does that have to do with the option of a man who's 40 marrying a 21-year-old? What does that have to do with the option of a man who?
Look, Andrew.
So hold on one second.
How old
I
is
didn't even get to
how
talk
old
to
is-
him.
Anybody else want to get cut the fuck off? Because that's the type of time I'm on.
Hold on,
I'm
Nina.
not be arguing with nobody back and forth and with morals and religion and all that extra stuff because everybody don't believe in the same thing. Okay? But do you need to have some morals with your children as a parent? Yes, you do. You're not going to tell me otherwise, okay? I will argue that argument with anybody. You as a parent need to have some goddamn morals for your children, okay?
I wanted-
Especially if you have a 21-year-old and you're dating a 24-year-old. Like, you're not trying to change the narrative. You're just being like, I'm a man and I can. Like, shut up.
You're condescending and you're gaslighting. And first of all, my name is Freedom. I'm coming in here now because what he did was gaslight. He did.
Andrew, I don't
You don't care
Andrew,
about facts, I know.
Andrew, I am a stable woman. I don't need a
Right.
man for his fun.
I would say let's focus on the conversation,
You're not going to give
Andrew.
me a statistic.
I can't give you a
You're not gonna
statistic.
say all women in their 40s.
I didn't say all. That would be a monolith.
Andrew. Oh my goodness. Andrew. That's
Andrew,
exactly what you said, Andrew.
No, it's not what I said. I'm talking in generality, so I'm
Andrew,
saying.
this is not all about you, bro.
Okay,
Give other
hold
people
on,
a chance
Andrew.
to speak, man.
because there's four
Stop
women
crying,
in this-
dude.
Not
on this
Andrew.
one.
Calm down. Stop
Are
crying.
you
Stop
dating
crying,
someone
dude.
21,
Stop
bro?
crying.
Yeah, dude.
You're good.
Dude,
Stop crying.
Dude,
I'm
calm
just
down.
asking you, bro. Are you actually dating someone?
Are you, dude? Stop crying. Aren't these strong women? Aren't these strong women trying to talk?
That's why I'm here.
Is to
I'm just
cry?
saying
We
if you
can't
could-
talk.
now
'cause
you're
you
being
keep over
condescending.
talking to us.
Now you're being
Over talking.
condescending. You're condescending and you're gaslighting. Now you're being condescending. You're condescending and you're gaslighting. And first of all, my name is Freedom. I'm coming in here now because what he did was gaslight. He did. When someone says someone is mentally naive, that does not mean they are mentally naive in all categories of life. So
Yeah, they
therefore,
can
they
run a
should still
country.
be able to vote. That's gaslighting. That is not mutually exclusive. That is not apples to apples.
And I'm just saying that it's not exclusive to just. I don't know why he said that because I've never voted in my life, and I'm 42, and I was born in the United States.
That's so dumb. That's
Native
so
American,
stupid.
American Indian, whatever you guys want. So I've been talking to a girl she was 23 years old. I was 38 at the time, 39, and I'm 42 now. She's 25. I used to be part of a different platform. We did music, voice acting, script writing, and she joined one of my voice scripts one time. Where we were doing some animation, and I was just doing it for fun, voice acting, and she joined me, and I was like, oh, she seems pretty cool. I didn't know like anything other than.
Cannot Tino say it? No, they cannot.
Let's see what
Another
else.
thing is with these
Every
certain
time,
topics,
dude.
it's going to be important that when it comes to like the democratic
The Sep
process
jumps
that we
in. Andrew, look here, Andrew.